Liz Cambage, a towering figure in the WNBA, captivated fans with her brilliance on the court. But in 2022, she made headlines for a shocking altercation, accusations of racial slurs, and clashes with teammates. But what caused the Australian star, once hailed as the future of women's basketball, to fall so far? This is why Liz Cambage left the WNBA. Liz Cambage was born in London, UK in 1991 to a Nigerian father and an Australian mother. Shortly after her birth, her parents separated, and Liz moved to Australia with her mother when she was just 3 months old. Growing up, Liz's extraordinary height made her a target for bullying. By the age of 10, she stood 6 feet tall, a striking difference from her peers that often left her feeling isolated.
I think I grew up not really realizing the amount of racism I went through in school and high school.
And she was different. She was a bit chubby. She was different. She was, a bit out there. And she really struggled to make friends and felt a bit bullied.
The teasing she endured at school made it difficult for her to form friendships. To cope with the challenges, Liz found solace in basketball, which quickly became more than just a refuge. It was a path to belonging and purpose. Her natural talent didn't go unnoticed. Liz earned a scholarship to the Australian Institute of Sport, AIS, a stepping stone for many of the country's top athletes, playing for the AIS team in Australia's Women's National Basketball League, WNBL.
So I made the AIS when I was 15, and that's when I decided this is what my career will be.
She quickly gained attention for her dominance on the court. Analysts compared her to Lauren Jackson, Australia's greatest women's basketball player, dubbing Liz the next big thing in the sport. Standing tall at 6'8", with exceptional skills for her size, Liz began to stand out not just locally, but on the international stage as well. In 2011, Liz Cambage took the next big step in her career when she was drafted second overall by the Tulsa Shock in the WNBA.
Next week, Liz Cambage will learn her fate in the WNBA draft here at ESPN HQ in Connecticut. With the teenager set to be in the top 2 picks, basketball in Australia is destined for another massive shot in the arm.
Her rookie season was nothing short of impressive. She earned all rookie team honors, showcasing her ability to adapt to the world's most competitive basketball league. Liz's combination of size, skill, and presence made her a force on the court, drawing comparisons to dominant players across the league. Her impact wasn't just about her performance. Liz's charisma and confidence made her a standout figure in the WNBA. She represented the new era of women's basketball, both talented and unapologetically bold. Fans eagerly anticipated her rise to superstardom, and her rookie year hinted at what could be an extraordinary career. Liz Cambage cemented her place as one of the most dominant players in WNBA history. Selected as a 4-time WNBA All-Star 2011, 2018, 2019, and 2021, her performances showcased a combination of strength, skill, and basketball IQ rarely seen in the league. In 2018, Liz delivered a performance for the ages, setting the WNBA single-game scoring record by dropping an astonishing 53 points in a game against the New York Liberty. This remarkable feat remains unmatched, solidifying her as a legendary scorer. During the 2018 season, Liz led the league in scoring, averaging 23 points per game. Her ability to dominate in the paint, combined with her soft shooting touch, made her nearly unstoppable. Opposing teams struggled to contain her, as her towering 6'8" frame and relentless style of play overwhelmed defenders. Whether posting up, grabbing rebounds, or delivering clutch plays, Liz's on-court impact was undeniable. Liz's talents weren't confined to the WNBA. She took her game global, playing in China for the Zhejiang Chozhou and Beijing Great Wall basketball teams. In China, Liz became one of the highest paid female basketball players, reportedly earning $400,000 per season, an amount far exceeding typical WNBA salaries. Her time in China not only showcased her skills, but also underscored the financial disparities in women's basketball leagues worldwide. Representing Australia, Liz was a pivotal player for the Opals, contributing to the national team's success. She competed in multiple international tournaments, including the Olympics, where she became a central figure for her team. Liz's performance on the global stage further cemented her reputation as one of the best female basketball players of her generation. On the court, Liz Cambage's presence was commanding. Her towering height, combined with her fiery energy and confidence, made her a force to be reckoned with. Off the court, she was equally bold. Liz's outspoken personality often put her in the spotlight, earning earning both praise and criticism. She embraced her individuality, using her platform to advocate for issues like mental health, body positivity, and racial representation in sports. Liz Cambage has been remarkably open about her mental health battles, bringing attention to issues often overlooked in the sports world. She has candidly shared her struggles with anxiety and depression, revealing deeply personal moments, such as being placed on suicide watch in 2016. In an article for the Players Tribune, Liz recounted the hardest conversation of her life, calling her mother to admit she no longer wanted to live. Despite the pain of that period, Liz has since used her platform to shed light on the importance of mental health support for athletes. For Liz, basketball was both a refuge and a source of stress. On one hand, it offered her a sense of belonging and accomplishment. On the other, the relentless pressure to perform at the highest level often pushed her to breaking points. Liz has spoken about the duality of the sport, describing it as both a comfort and a stressor, a reality faced by many athletes but rarely discussed so openly. In 2021, Liz withdrew from the Tokyo Olympics, citing mental health concerns. The decision came after mounting pressures and controversies, including her well-publicized criticisms of Australia's lack of racial diversity in Olympic promotional materials. She expressed her frustration with the country's representation, calling it a whitewashing of its athletes, which only added to the immense scrutiny she faced. Her withdrawal from the Australian Open shocked fans and teammates alike. Liz admitted she couldn't handle the intense expectations surrounding her participation in the Olympics, acknowledging that her mental health had reached a critical point. Though she initially intended to compete, the weight of the situation ultimately led her to prioritize her well-being over representing her country. Liz's mental health struggles have been central to her narrative, shaping key decisions throughout her career. Her openness about these challenges has resonated with fans and sparked important conversations about the toll professional sports take on athletes. However, the pressures of her career, combined with her outspoken nature, often made her a target for criticism, further complicating her path. Liz Cambage's most infamous controversy occurred during a pre-Olympics warm-up game between Australia's Opals and the Nigerian national team in 2021. Reports surfaced that Liz had not only been involved in a physical altercation with Nigerian players, but had also directed racial slurs at them. Allegedly, Liz called the Nigerian players monkeys and told them to go back to their third world country. The incident escalated to the point that the game was abandoned. The backlash was swift, with Nigerian players publicly confirming the allegations. They recounted how Liz elbowed a player, Victoria McCauley, causing a gash in her neck, and slapped another player. Nigerian team members expressed shock and disbelief, particularly because Liz had previously spoken about her Nigerian heritage. Before the game, Liz reportedly told the Nigerian players she'd prefer to play for them rather than her Australian teammates, whom she called racist. Liz denied the allegations of racial slurs in a lengthy Instagram post, stating that the narrative presented in the media was false and misleading. She admitted to the physical altercation, but claimed she had unintentionally fouled a Nigerian player and was then assaulted in retaliation. Liz added that the incident could have been avoided if professional referees had been present. Despite her denials, video evidence and scars on one Nigerian player supported the claims of a brawl, and her apology was widely criticized as insincere and incomplete. This incident severely damaged her reputation. Liz's time with the LA Sparks in 2022 was marked by internal disputes that further soured her public image. She frequently voiced her frustrations about not being passed the ball enough during games, publicly calling out her teammates during film sessions. Her criticisms were seen as disruptive, especially as her on-court performance began to decline. One of the most divisive moments came when Liz demanded to wear the retired jersey number 8, which had been retired in honor of Delisha Milton-Jones, a Sparks legend. When her request was denied, Liz pushed for another number, 1, which belonged to Amanda Zahui B, a current Sparks player. Despite Amanda's refusal to relinquish her number, the management eventually caved in and reassigned the jersey to Liz without informing Amanda directly. Amanda reportedly found out through social media, leading to widespread criticism of Liz and the Sparks' handling of the situation. The tension within the team escalated, with teammates perceiving Liz as entitled and unwilling to adapt. Even when her teammates began force-feeding her the ball during games, the results were often disastrous, contributing to embarrassing losses. By mid-season, Liz's relationship with her teammates had deteriorated to the point that her departure felt inevitable. The controversies surrounding Liz Cambage sparked a storm of criticism from fans, media, and former players alike. Many Many accused her of entitlement and disruptive behavior. Social media was particularly harsh, with users pointing out that Liz's actions, such as the racial slurs and jersey number demands, reflected deeper issues of privilege and accountability. Australian basketball legends Andrew Bogut and Andrew Gaze also weighed in. Bogut described Liz's actions as beyond despicable and stated there were additional, unrepeatable details about her behavior that had not been made public. Gaze criticized Liz for claiming she felt unsupported by the Australian team, calling it offensive to those who had worked to elevate her career. These statements highlighted a growing discontent within the Australian basketball community regarding Liz's conduct. For many fans, the racial slur incident was a tipping point. Critics argued that such language could not be excused as a heat-of-the-moment outburst, as it pointed to a deeper problem. The fact that Liz is of Nigerian descent herself only added to the outrage, with many calling her actions hypocritical. By the time Liz left the LA Sparks in July 2022, her reputation had suffered irreparable damage. Her exit from the WNBA was abrupt, with an Instagram post citing mental health concerns and a need for safer environments in the league. However, the controversies surrounding her overshadowed any sympathy her statement might have garnered. In July 2022, Liz Cambage shocked the basketball world by abruptly parting ways with the LA Sparks in the middle of the WNBA season. Her decision was announced in an Instagram post where she stated that she was stepping away from not just the Sparks, but the entire league. Liz cited her mental health and the need for safer environments as her reasons for leaving. In her post, she expressed gratitude to her teammates, describing playing for the Sparks as a dream come true. However, she also admitted that the circumstances leading to her exit were far from ideal. Liz's statement hinted at unresolved issues within the team and league, but the exact details remained unclear. She also wrote that she intended to focus on her healing and personal growth while promising to address rumors surrounding her departure at a later time. Fans and analysts were left wondering whether her decision stemmed from her struggles, the toxic dynamics within the Sparks, or a combination of both. Liz's departure left the LA Sparks reeling. The team, already struggling to find consistency during the season, faced an even greater challenge after losing one of its star players. Reports of declining morale and fractured team dynamics followed her exit. Teammates were said to be frustrated by the controversies Liz brought to the team, from her jersey number demands to her public complaints about not being passed the ball enough. On the court, Liz's performance during the 2022 season had already begun to decline. She averaged just 13 points, 6.4 rebounds, and 1.6 blocks per game. Numbers that, while solid, were far below her career averages and even her rookie season. Her contributions were inconsistent, with flashes of dominance overshadowed by moments of poor decision-making and lack of effort. The Sparks finished the season with a lackluster record, failing to make a playoff run. While Liz's departure wasn't solely to blame, it marked a significant turning point in an already challenging season for the franchise. Liz Cambage's exit from the WNBA was unceremonious, marking the end of what could have been a celebrated chapter in her career. While her statement suggested that her departure was driven by personal struggles, critics pointed to her behavior as a major factor. From internal conflicts to public controversies, Liz's actions alienated teammates, fans, and management. After her abrupt departure from the WNBA in 2022, Liz Cambage's basketball journey took a new turn. In March 2023, she signed with Maccabi Ashdod, a top-tier Israeli basketball team competing in the Israeli Division I League. Maccabi Ashdod had established itself as one of the most successful teams in the league, boasting multiple championships and a strong roster of talent. Joining Maccabi Ashdod allowed Liz to continue playing professionally alongside other former WNBA players, such as Kalani Brown and Ndaya Jones. This move demonstrated her desire to remain active in the sport, even outside the spotlight of the WNBA. In Israel, Liz took on a key role within the team, using her experience and skill to contribute to their success. Her performances on the court were closely watched, as fans wondered whether she could reclaim her dominance away from the controversies that had defined her WNBA exit. While continuing her basketball career overseas, Liz also explored opportunities off the court, including joining OnlyFans, a platform known for its subscription-based content. Liz's transition to OnlyFans was emblematic of her unapologetic embrace of individuality and body positivity. She has often spoken about her pride in her body and her desire to control her narrative. Liz's OnlyFans account initially gained attention for offering exclusive content, which she marketed heavily through her social media platforms. While some fans supported her her decision as an empowering move, others criticized it, arguing that it clashed with her basketball legacy. Liz, however, remained steadfast in her choice, framing it as a way to reclaim agency over her public image and diversify her income. The reaction to Liz's post-WNBA career has been polarizing. Supporters praise her for embracing her individuality and refusing to conform to traditional expectations, while critics see her choices as further evidence of a career derailed by controversy. Liz has defended her actions, stating that her focus is on her happiness and personal growth. Liz Cambage's basketball legacy is undeniable. Standing at 6'8", she dominated the WNBA as one of its most impactful players, leaving her mark with record-breaking performances and unparalleled presence on the court. A four-time WNBA All-Star and the holder of the league's single-game scoring record of 53 points, Liz was a force to be reckoned with. Her unique combination of size, skill, and charisma made her a standout in women's basketball, inspiring countless young athletes to pursue their dreams. Off the court, Liz used her platform to advocate for mental health awareness, openly discussing her struggles with anxiety and depression. Her honesty about these challenges shed light on the mental health toll faced by professional athletes. Additionally, she pushed for greater diversity and representation in sports, speaking out against racial inequality and standing firm in her beliefs. These efforts showcased Liz as more than just a basketball player. She became a voice for issues that resonated with many. However, Liz's legacy is not without controversy. While her on-court performances were legendary, her off-court actions often overshadowed her achievements. Incidents such as the racial slur controversy during the 2021 pre-Olympics warm-up game, conflicts with teammates, and her tumultuous exit from the LA Sparks painted a complex picture of a player struggling to balance her talent with personal challenges. These controversies left fans and critics divided. Some view her as a trailblazer who stood by her values, while others see her actions as entitlement and a lack of accountability. The question remains, can Liz rebuild her legacy, or will her off-court behavior define her career? From her rise as one of the WNBA's most dominant players to her abrupt and turbulent exit, she has remained a polarizing figure in basketball. Her unmatched talent and bold personality left an indelible mark on the sport, but her off-court actions often overshadowed her accomplishments. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to check out our next one shown on screen.